Hello everyone and welcome to round 7 from the European Championships. This is Knight of the Blackwater and I'm as always Ben. Today we once again have Robert on the left playing Targaryen Targ Kraken against, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Libor playing Tyrell Wolf. And this is not a mistake, this is round 7. Unfortunately, round 6, one of the players asked not to be recorded, which is fine by me. And in round 5 we had a recording issue, so I lost 2 rounds there. This is the second day, and we have a Sansa, of course, from the core set. Looks like a bodyguard on, what's it, Marge's mum, I can never remember her name. Elena, is it? And we've got Asher, a Viserion, and a Great Hall. So this is the second day of the championship, the sort of what they call the extended cut. So basically, everyone who was 4 and 2 got through to the second day, made a nice 1/3 split, and Robert is the current King of Swiss. Was 6-0 on the first day, and I believe Libor might have been 6 and 2 as well. So just using their first plots. Oh. Do you remember, guys? You want to catch up some more European Championship action, or the 3 regionals I'll be going to? Please do subscribe to be kept up to date. I will be going to the Northampton regional this weekend, which I will be streaming and taking my camera. So lots of opportunities to get games up. And looks like they picked the first plots. We have time of plenty. It's time of plenty. Coming quite a traditional open now for most decks. They're going to roll off. See who goes first. I think that's like a 7, and that's a 6. So I believe it's Libor's choice. Probably makes sense to let Rob go first, and I think he has. Normally a good idea on turn 1 to let the opponent go first. No power to steal, so that's one of the challenges you don't care about. And if you let one of their challenges go unopposed, it gives you a nice little sneaky challenge to get something back. I think we saw a fast Eddie in hand there. So Libor's hand's looking pretty good. So we have 1 gold spent. I just realised, actually, interesting with the for another Grey Hall. Interesting thing with the Tyrell start is you got 2 characters here. One which you want to set up beginning of the game, and Sansa, because she doesn't come in Nelt, and then one which you don't want to set up beginning of the game because you can't use her trigger ability to go and search for the top 10 cards for a cost-free or less character. Interesting how that balanced out there. So we have 1 gold spent for a Targaryen loyalist. So Rob here has got a bucket load of economy already. And here we go. What's this going to be? We've got Khal Drogo. So we can get some double military action. There's 3 gold left. We have Sea Bitch played out. And then sit on 2 gold. So Sea Bitch, not bad call against Tyrell. You got stuff like High Garden, which you can use it on. The Mounder, which you don't tend to see much play, but is still a pretty good card. Didn't see many locations in hand which weren't economy or I think there's a Pleasure Barge in hand there. The Rose Red Owl, wouldn't be necessarily surprised if the Pleasure Barge played out turn 1. Try and find some dupes, make your board Valor proof. Do apologise for the flashing image here. The lighting is being a little bit awkward. So it looks like he's got a lot of options in hand. What's he going to play out? I've not seen a Tinder Marge, which you would expect is in the deck. Oh, he's got 2 Pleasure Barges, actually. Yes, I've not seen the Tinder Marge and not seen Bran, or one of the cheaper lords, to play out to get killed, to get a better lord out, basically. He is having a nice long think about this. There's quite a few ladies in waiting, so he's got Brienne in hand, so that might not be a bad play. Put Brienne out. We've got a lady in waiting. Interesting he's not put that on Sansa to give them both protection. I'm a massive fan of Sansa. Oh, looks like we've got a Varys about to be played. So I'm a massive fan of core Sansa. Her ability just to get passive power gain. I think if you play 4 turns and she gains you 4 power, that's just made your job a lot easier winning the game. And all you do is by doing a challenge. So Ash are coming in for a military, I would imagine. Which should be unopposed. And Claim is going to be the bodyguard. Makes sense. Probably come into the second military as well. Okay, it's going to do power stealthing Sansa, which goes unopposed. Trying to probably bait out their Marge's mum to come in to get Jacaris. And then we have another military. Who's going to be taking his claim? Sansa's going to be taking his claim. Now, I'm pretty sure I definitely saw 2 ladies in waiting there, so I don't know if it would have been worth to put the second one out or not. Probably not. So, assuming now we're going to have Varys on an intrigue, or probably not Varys actually on an intrigue. Oh, okay, we're going straight to Dom. He's not going to risk a challenge. And Varys is going to be triggered. Yeah, probably not worth risking it because obviously you don't want to get Jacaris. He has let Rob get up to 6 power there though, before not really doing anything. Rob's economy is also pretty good. There is definitely Jacaris in hand as well. So, well, there's 2 Jacaris in hand, so that was the right decision. And it looks like a crown of gold. However, Pleasure Guard I discarded for reserve. So Rob just there checking what the Upside Down card was in the dead pile, and it's just the Varys because he's not dead. Obviously, it's removed from the game, and it's probably just to keep all the cards together. Personally, I like to put mine just poking out behind the house card. So on to the second plot phase. And it's an interesting one because obviously Rob's got the power and got the econ base, whereas Liberal's got the characters out. So what do you start with this turn? What plots do you go with? You could see a march to the wall coming from Rob. You could see a trading coming from Liber to kind of get a board state back, spend lots of money, lots of cards in hand, pay your pleasure barge. And we have Late Summer Feast into Counting Coppers. Not Late Summer Feast, sorry, it's Summer Harvest. So probably not the plot which Liber wanted to see on the other side. Because he's only going to get 4 gold from his plot. He's probably hoping to get something big, whereas Rob, I don't know if he read him well there and probably saw what he was trying to do. He still has a lot of econ because of the Great Halls. So he could probably still get out. It's probably about the best he could have hoped for there. So let's see what Rob can get out. So Rob just double checking how much gold is on the other side. Just to get out, thanks. 5 gold. Can't get anything too big out for 5 gold. So Rob gets out of Rose Road and spends 3 gold, assuming we're one of the dragons. It is I want to say that's Rigel. Still not great on the dragons' names. And he passes. He's got Duke Dragon. Now, we did you see in the plot deck here that Liberal's running 2 March to Wall, so that's possibly not going to hang around for too long, but obviously the Jakara's threat is still pretty real, going the other way. Oh, King Renly's Ride. That's one of my favourite events in the entire game at the moment. It's got it in hand. So good on Randall. Even better on Queen Cersei. So she can do 2 intrigues. So 5 gold spent for a House Flora Knight. Nice. It's going to be saved with the dupe, but that is that's a really good quality there. It's going to be very different from Rob's other games. He has got a handful of cards though, so he might have a bit of a come at me bro kind of move. Pass challenges and risk him doing a military. So yep, Rob passes challenges. And you got to respect the Jakara's friend. We already know Rob's got 2 in hand, so could potentially draw into the 3rd. I wonder what you risk here. Do you risk the power challenge, play King Renly's... Oh, you can't get any gold, have you? So the intrigue goes unopposed. I do like the way Rob presents his hand. And that's it. One of the Jakaris is gone. But there is at least a second. And here comes the military. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. The second Jakaris burns the House Flora Knight, which now puts him at the threat of marched. Dom is a tie. We're currently sitting 4-1 to Rob. Very different. Oh, and they've got new Marge in hand now. Marge in charge. moving on to the third plot phase. Rennie's ready and discarded for reserve. Now, if you're about to say yes, I think Rob is. I think if you're on Rob, you've got to play your Summer Feast here, Summer Harvest, sorry, because there's a good chance that Liberal's going to play a big gold card at the moment. He's drawn a lot of cards. He probably wants to get some of these weird characters out that you know that Tyrell Wolf was running. Interesting that the sleeves are for the same colour for the plots as the cards. I do find that potentially a bit of something I make a mistake from, and I'd end up shuffling into my deck all the time. I try to make them as all different colours as possible. Okay, so we have trading with the Potoshi into Summer Harvest. Well played, Rob. So, Rob is going to have 15, 16 gold. We're also going to have 12. Rob's then also got the 2 Great Halls. So, Rob can pretty much play out. Could probably play his entire hand, knowing how most Targ hands are these days. He's just drawn a large number of cards, so his hand's pretty full. And I think he's made Liberal go first, but we'll know in a second. Yeah, it looks like he has. So that Pleasure Barge has got to be played out now, surely. I see he's got all the characters. He's got Brienne, he's got Fast Eddie, he's got Randall, Renly, Brienne, Newmarch, Bodyguard. That hand is stacks. He now just needs to be able to get enough board presence out to keep them around. So there's the Pleasure Barge, 3 more cards. Do you have a Great Hall? So you assume that's going to be used to reduce the next unique character by 2. That's going to be because you're going to play a character that's over 6 cost. So the Grey Hall's knelt. I think there's a Brown there as well. So Randall Tarley is played out for 4 gold. That should leave 7 left. And he gets a Bodyguard. Makes sense, you want to keep him alive. So there may be 6 gold left. And we have Brienne of Tarth played out. And that is it. That is, of all that money, that's not a massive board presence still. A redum of a Garden Caretaker or something in there just to give him some you know, chud that was killable. So Rob's sitting on 15, 16 gold. Dare say he's not going to spend it all. And obviously we see Libba's sat on 1 gold, so presumably that's for a Lord Renly's Ride, or King Renly's Ride, whichever one it is. So you give Randall ability to stand and intimidate. So we have Slaver's Blade played to gain 1 gold. So damn, only got 15 left now. So both Great Halls knelt. Looks like Danny amount of money. It is. So currently she with Rigel will stand after she's won a challenge once per phase. Viserys, so the military comes in, that bodyguard will be disappearing. Drogon with a dupe. Now this looks like a board presence. That's my biggest fear from Libbo, is he spent all that money and all he's really got is 2 characters out of it. Well, sure, one with a bodyguard, but that's a lot of money to not really get much board presence. Whereas Robert, who sure had a little bit more money, he's now gone from 1 dragon to dupe dragon, Viserys and Danny, and a Plaza of Pride. And look at that, he's still got a lot of money left. And now we have Viserion as well, so we've got all 3 dragons out. So Voltron Danny is in play, and with her brother to die to get rid of the bodyguard. Probably won't open up into a Valor because that would kill Danny as well. But it's going to leave things very, very vulnerable for Libor. He's struggling to come to terms what to do. Now, although we've seen 2 Jakaris, the Jakaris threat is still very real. There's 1 left in the deck. So King Renly's Ride is played to give Randall +3 strength and tandem. So it's now a strength 7 challenge because of Danny with Intimidate. What's Rob's thinking here? I'm sure the guy said it was a military. Could be power by the looks for then, because he's looking like he's going to nil Viserys out. That would make sense. Military seems pretty daft at this point. And yep, looks like it was a power. So Liberal wins by 6, can kneel out anyone of his choice. You'd assume it would be Danny. And 1 power is taken for claim, yep, and Danny is knelt. He still can't do that military. So Rob's only got 2 cards left in hand. Plaza probably might be a bit of a risk at this point. And Liberal passes challenges. So you'd think the easiest one now is to do a intrigue, because that should go through. Take a card out of hand, but he's still used to the dragon, so he might let it go unopposed. Yeah, Rob just double checking the. Is that till the end of the phase with King Renly's Ride? Either that you need to spend. Oh no, he's going. The other one is trying. If you can kind of can't stand Danny, so you can stealth past the intrigue icon and get stood, then stealth past a power icon. So you have an intrigue coming in from Rhaegar, as I said, probably would be. Which goes unopposed. They were still really respecting that Dracarys, and if he is respecting that Dracarys so much, then actually getting Bran out would have made a lot more sense. And then Rob passes, and Liberal takes Dom. No, Rob takes Dom because he's got a stupid amount of money. Oh no, Liberal's Dom. Okay, we're currently sitting at 4 power to 3. Now, we're not giving too much away. Looking at the video length here, something's probably going to dramatically happen soon, because this is neck and neck at the moment. We've only got 8 minutes left. I genuinely have no idea what actually happens now. Rob's picked his. I imagine Rob here is going to go march the wall to march his Viserys, sorry, and get rid of the bodyguard of Randall. Standy Randy. Oh, we have confiscation into Valor. Well played, Rob. Either play would have worked. I was thinking it'd be the march. Obviously, the march would trigger first. So that is the entirety of Liberal's board wiped, and I think that was a bit of a risk, really, because he potentially was only going to leave Randall. Can he get a board presence back? This is looking pretty bleak for Liberal now. Rob's on got 5 gold. Can Liberal even get a character out? He's got 5 gold. That's why I don't get that. I didn't get that play that turn. He's got 5 gold, no claim. Liberal's got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 gold plus the 2 great halls. If you can just get any kind of board presence here, this has got to be game. Oh no, Libel's only basically got 4 gold because he can't afford to get out a 6 cross character. This is looking brutal. We have another Khal Drogo come out, so any board presence that comes out is just immediately going to get smashed. And Ash is back out, so obviously both of them got discarded from Viserys earlier in the game. This is... no, there's nothing Libel can do. So you're going to get an unopposed military. Well, 2 unopposed military, an unopposed power. Put Khal Drogo in, that would be 4, 5 power gain this turn. Probably Dom as well. So that's military. Military. Then put Khal Drogo in for the power. For 1 for unopposed. 1 for claim. 1 for renown. And Dom's looking, and that's his Dom. Yeah. Yeah. And this is the downside to Valor, boys and girls. This way you've got to be careful when you play it. Probably with every card I play, it's the one I think about the most. What's Rob going to do here? So I imagine probably going to get a march, probably, from Libel. He's got 2 left. Probably get rid of the dragon. But I'm not sure it's going to save you much. Your board's still going to be small, and Asher is fantastic on small board, and Khal Drogo is not bad on small board. So you get marched into barring the gates. Libel probably thought that we were going to get a Ghost of Harrenhal here. Not Libel, sorry, Robert. It's going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gold. Not even 9 gold. No. Oh yeah, 9 gold. It gets 1 6 coster out. So I think Libel's going first. Libel thought that was Ghost of Harrenhal, I think, not barring the gates. The exact opposite effect, my friend. The exact opposite effect. Now, do you think there's... I'm sure I saw Crown of Gold earlier in Robert's hand. Just the 5 power here for Rob to win. No characters on the opposing side, and Asher and Khal Drogo. I think this is the writing's on the wall here, I would say. He can get out Greenpool and Renly, but I think that's about it, really. We'll just do the maths again. Those 2 minutes you come back, they were going to really hurt. It was looking pretty frustrated. He's got lots of saves in hand. I think it's just he can't get enough of a presence out to stop the militaries from coming in. Here's the Great Halls for Fast Eddie. And Greenpool. And the Lady in Waiting. No gold left. Victorian hits the board, and Libor concedes. And yeah, I think that's probably a fair shout. But well done, guys. Thanks for watching, and please come by for tomorrow's game, which will be from round 8 in the Swiss.